Wow, Planet Fitness has really gone to hell. So, about that new and improved Taliban. How's that going so far? A new and improved Taliban. That's like a new and improved kidney stone. I don't see much room for an
dangerous
upgrade.
dynamic.
Still, their spokesman held a news conference to say that the insurgents would honor women's rights.
Dr. Bridle,
of course, according to the delightful rules of
and
Sharia
we heard it
law.
again today.
That's like Andrew Cuomo saying, I will from now on respect women's rights as long as they're hot and I can still grab their asses.
It's a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Meanwhile, Taliban fighters executed a woman for not wearing a burqa. So what's new and improved exactly? They didn't torture her first or kill her entire family? I guess that's progress.
Spiral learning.
So yeah, thank God we're back on the world stage.
Of the last few
Too bad our play opened and closed on the same night. But at least the U.S. ambassador to the UN sent the barbaric thugs a strongly worded letter.
We have expressed in no uncertain terms here at the United Nations through a very strongly worded press statement from the Security Council that we expect the Taliban to respect human rights, including the rights of women and girls. We have also indicated that they have to be respectful of humanitarian law.
How did Wolf keep a straight face? I've seen a game of tag taken more seriously than this. A strongly worded letter? That's like a strongly worded game of Yahtzee. Yeah, if there's one thing we've learned about the Taliban, they really respect a stern note with a fancy typeface. Meanwhile, on Twitter, both of their official spokesmen have unverified accounts, which seems unfair to them. Hell, even Kilmeade has a blue check mark. It's funny, the Taliban on Twitter. That's like Fred Flintstone operating an iPhone. It's like a Neanderthal playing Call of Duty 2. It's like Joe Biden wearing pants. A regime that champions a return to the dark ages tweets about pressers from their smartphones. I wonder who their service provider is, and does the goat porn cost extra? Does for me. I'd imagine the Taliban is a little myth that you can retweet, but you can't behead. And where's the emoji for Death to America anyway? You think Twitter management cares? Former President Trump is still banned from the platform, among other Republicans. But so far, the Taliban remains. Maybe Twitter's CEO, Jack Dorsey, just likes the cut of their beards. Can you tell which one is which? I can't. Yet Twitter allows this disinformation to remain.
When I announced our drawdown in April, I said we would be out by September. Our military mission in Afghanistan will conclude on August 31st. The drawdown is proceeding in a secure and orderly way, prioritizing the safety of our troops as they depart.
Yeah, that didn't happen. So when asked about this contradiction in treatment, Twitter said their top priority is keeping people safe. Of course, unless it's Afghan women and people who think like Trump. If those words were any more empty, they'd be Hunter Biden's medicine cabinet. And as for keeping us safe, you could have fooled me, Twitter. The last thing someone sees before Chrissy Teigen ruins their lives are their names trending on your vacuous vomit engine. If you still think that these social media titans have your best interests at heart, you probably think Ben & Jerry's is in your heart's best interest too. At least the Taliban doesn't pretend to be neutral. Meanwhile, the media says White House officials are troubled on how to get everyone safely out of Afghanistan, which makes sense. After the botched pullout, do you trust any of these bozos to pull anything off besides Biden's compression socks? Meanwhile, Joe disappears for days at a time like he's campaigning again. He hides under more lids than Oscar the Grouch. He spends more time in a bunker than Eva Braun. Fact is, you can't expect a successful evacuation without a threat of destruction if you stop us. Have we made that clear? No, because we're the bad guy. Remember, our military brass were too busy pondering critical race theory and diversity brochures than organizing an orderly exit. If the real problems are white racism, how can we tell the Taliban what to do? We lost our moral authority to a group who has the term oppressor in their job description. If only these guys had Trump 2024 decals on their RPGs, it'd be so much easier. And so Joe Biden became a lame duck presidency in record time. My apologies to ducks everywhere. But it's hard to be surprised. This guy's gotten more things wrong than Brian Stelter watching Jeopardy. For the great unifier, he's got an unbelievable talent of breaking things into pieces. He shouldn't be running a country. He should be demolishing kitchens on this old house. We watch our southern border dissolve while being told we must fix Central America's problems. We see law enforcement in tatters as crime rages. We watch our energy policy implode as gas prices soar. But to be fair, he has helped Russia and OPEC. I'll give him that. But no wonder the media, the Dems, and the academic institutions all work together to get this guy elected. And boy, are they quiet now. Thank God they all agreed to bury that Hunter Biden laptop. That story is still harder to find than a Don Lemon viewer. And now, like an aging avocado that looked fine on the outside, this presidency turned out to be gray and rotten on the inside. So what's next? GOP Senator John Kennedy sums it up.
It was the biggest terrorist victory since 9/11. And jihadists who want to hurt this country and its people all over the world are reinvigorated today.
Try telling that to the White House. They'll still be saying it's domestic terrorism we need to worry about. It's the insurrection. Don't forget the insurrection. Yeah, those were the days when you could pretend your fellow Americans were evil, when in reality, it was your incompetence all along. Let's welcome tonight's guest. This vegetarian is not afraid to start a beef. Fox Business Network anchor Dagan McDowell. This is one Matt who can walk all over you. Former acting U.S. Attorney General Matt Whitaker. She's like a smoke alarm. Loud, piercing, and sometimes you have to change the batteries. Fox News contributor Kat Timpf. Television champion, Tyrus. Dagan, good to see you.
Great to see you.
Yeah, we just did the 5.
Yes.
That was a joy, wasn't it?
Titillating.
It was Watch your mouth. What did you make of Joe's speech today? And how do you feel about Taliban being on Twitter?
The speech was a 0 because that's how many times he actually addressed what was going on in Afghanistan. The Taliban on Twitter, Trump is not. That will get resolved. But again, I think you talked about this, but the Taliban plays by the rules set by the left, right? That's their fixation. I just hope, because you were talking about energy policy, I just hope that the debacle created by Joe Biden in Afghanistan means that every one of his other planned policies to destroy the United States fails miserably, that it's just a stain.
Yeah.
For example, just getting middle-class Americans hooked on entitlements, hooked on the government. That's more power and control for the idiots like Biden. Also, the energy policy, again, we're begging countries that hate us to pump more oil, which means that our policy here to destroy our energy economy is just like a recruitment effort for the Greta Thunberg fan club here. It's just for show and nothing more. But I also hope that it means that everything that crinkly crypt keeper hand of Joe Biden touches now carries such a stench that even moderate Democrats will be afraid to touch it because he is toxic.
Yeah, I don't know how he comes back to that. Matt, today he said, this killed me. By the way, I'm glad you're doing the workout I prescribed to you.
It's working.
I know.
I'm getting bigger, I'm getting skinnier all at the same time.
It's fantastic.
And taller. I wish it worked for you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, well.
Can't have it all.
Yeah. I was going to make a joke about hair, but he could still beat me up. All right.
I choose to cut it like this. Good choice.
There was a moment in this interview with George Stephanopoulos where Stephanopoulos asked him about the terrible withdrawal, and he said, "It was 4 days ago." A, it wasn't 4 days ago, and B, it shouldn't matter if it was 14 days ago. Yeah. It is crazy. What is going on?
Well, when you sleep for 16 hours a day, they kind of run into each other.
That's true.
But I mean, so the first thing I keep thinking about is how uninformed the president of the United States appears to be.
Yeah.
He's not talking about what's actually happening in the world. He's talking about, but I just am really concerned, the American warrior is the best equipped, best trained war fighter anywhere. And we need to make sure that this doesn't demoralize that whole class of people that
Right.
raise their hand and swear to give their life going to fly forever. And that we can be trusted as an ally.
Yeah.
Some of these are really on the ropes, and
Yeah.
we need to make sure that's not law.
It's a really important point to decouple the withdrawal from their service, because part of the accomplishment of their service is that we didn't have to think about Afghanistan for a long time. I didn't think about it. I was like, it became background noise precisely because of their efforts. Tyrus, good to see you back with your belt. Are you gonna carry that belt wherever you go?
Till somebody takes it. So the short answer is, yeah, it's gonna be on my shoulders for a while. I can blame, and we know what's bad. How about getting some solutions? You know, Senator Kennedy, he's driving me crazy. I live in Louisiana. You know, and he's always running his mouth. Do your job, get off the camera. I don't need to hear Ted Cruz. 3 snowflakes landed in Texas. You jumped out the country and blamed it on your daughter. So I don't want advice on you on how to get people to leave a place or whatever. Afghanistan, we just don't belong there. Our ideologies, it's centuries of the way they are. And every time we come in, we put Band-Aids. We make things better for a little while, but as soon as we leave, they go right back to where it is, and then the bloodshed happens. When President Trump when we pulled troops out of territory, everyone was like, he's a war criminal because we left our allies to get slaughtered and et cetera, et cetera. Doesn't matter what America does. If they don't believe in what we're doing, if they don't buy in, ugly, but let's get some solutions. I want to hear some great solutions that people can get behind, and at the same time support our troops, because yes, we can bash the president. It's easy. He literally, every time he talks, you got something new to make a joke about. But and you made a great point. We're also, when we're trashing our troops.
If you came here for solutions, you're talking to the wrong guy. Anyway, Kat, do you have any solutions?
Well, about what?
Anything in general.
Her next Sincerely Kat's going to break this down for us.
Yeah, I should do a Sincerely Kat where I solve the crisis in the Middle East.
But you know what? It is actually, there's a good point here about the Afghan army. Why would you fight if you assume, why would you fight the people that are going to take over? Because they're going to kill your family and kill everybody if you fight. So they're just like, well, it's the Taliban. You know, I'm just gonna anyway.
And why would anyone focus on solutions if there's been no accountability for not having solutions, right, and for messing this up, lying about how bad you're messing it up, and then just saying, I don't know how that happened. That's way easier, and there's no consequences for it, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. I think the Taliban's bad.
That's good. Good on you.
I don't like them. They probably don't like me either, though.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't like you. So
exactly.
It's like you're putting them in a large group.
Exactly. I've done things that are horribly offensive by like Western American standards.
Yes.
So I can't imagine how they would feel.
Yes.
Can I volunteer my time to support the troops?
Yes, you can. Yes.
When they come home?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how you would support them, but I'm afraid to ask.
Moonshine.
Yeah. Up next,
Partying.
Schumer spits rhymes while counterfeiters commit crimes.
Are you using Liberty Mutual's coverage customizer tool? So you only pay for what you need. Sorry? Limo, you're an animal!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm not always on my game, but lately, my uncle is, especially with his type 2 diabetes.
With once-weekly Trulicity, most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, it can help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
What do we want for dinner?
Burgers! I want a sugar cookie! I want a bucket of chicken! I want...
Kraft, for the win-win. Take your weight loss to a whole new level and double your protein for free with Nutrisystem's Premier Upgrade event. For a limited time, get your first month of Hearty Inspirations, our new premium meals free, including new skillet dinners that go from pan to plate in minutes. Hearty meals with double the protein. No prep, no mess, no stress. Losing weight never tasted this good. Order right now and get your first month of new premium meals free. Hurry, offer ends soon.
This is the FedEx Cup playoffs. The super season comes down to this. 125 enter, but only one will claim the ultimate prize. This is the chance to make a name and etch it in silver next to the greatest. This will be the hardest test of the...
Hey, King Midas, people should know we can service their whole car.
Yes. Tires, brakes, oil, everything. Everything. We must tell the people.
Right now at Midas, buy 3 Cooper tires and get 1 free. Find your tires now at Midas.com.
A fraction of a workout is just a squat. But a fraction of a stock?
Yes!
That's an investment.
Big day.
Hey! Your cousin from Boston. It means okay to Beer Fest. Another Sam Oktoberfest?
9.
Make it 10. I like this guy.
Friday, Lee Brice. Part of our Can't Miss All-American Summer Concert Series, presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts.
It's a mixed-up world, and the way we work looks a little different. But whether you embrace the new normal or just want to get back to the routines that feel right, X-Chair continues to be at the forefront of change, which is why we've launched the all-new X-Chair with Elemax. Elemax combines gentle body temperature regulation with stress-melting massage to increase your comfort working from home or at the office. Feel more refreshed in seconds with dual fans that actively deliver a cooling airflow. Or you can wrap your back in the soothing warmth of heat therapy and access 4 combinations of massage for deep relief from tension. Our patented dynamic variable lumbar support and SciFloat Infinite Recline technology remain unchanged. Order an X-Chair with Elemax today. Use code TV and get $50 off plus a free footrest. Hey, change happened, and we've made it a good thing with all new Elemax from X-Chair. Now the future feels better than ever before. Order X-Chair with Elemax today. Use code TV and get $50 off plus a free footrest.
Please, God, make this in.
Get ready for the jerk who demands your paperwork. And is this the end of times when Chuck Schumer is busting rhymes? As more laws require vaccination proof to shop, travel, and sit quietly wondering where it all went wrong, entrepreneurs are getting into the printing business. This week, a Chicago pharmacist got busted for selling fake vaccination cards on eBay. That's a website, Kat. He's facing 120 years in prison, but since he's from Chicago, that makes him less likely to get murdered. Just last week, U.S. Customs and Border Protection seized a shipment of more than 3,000 counterfeit vaccine cards from China. China! You could tell they were fake because the commies stamped them made in Taiwan. By the way, the TSA has extended the mask requirement through January 2022 for travelers on all planes and public transport as well as terminals. And if you're coming through San Francisco, we recommend you still wear a mask while pooping on the street. Meanwhile, fossilized Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is so serious about getting things back to normal that he's become a rapper.
Tell him my name. Killer Chuck in the building. Yes, let's go. So Killer Chuck is my name. Now I don't have hip-hop fame, but I can bring recognition to you, the Wu-Tang Clan, and hip-hop too.
Yeah, Chuck dropped the mic because of his arthritis. But I guess you can't spell rap without AARP. That's almost true. There's an extra A, though. I'm going to have to fire somebody. Anyway, that might be the first ever cultural appropriation from a zombie. Schumer's not the only one demanding vaccine paperwork become part of our daily lives. Some COVID cops are taking things too far.
All right, what is it this time?
Would you mind explaining what you were doing in a restaurant without a mask?
Just enjoying some good food.
Some good food. Our cameras show that you were at an Applebee's. Let's see your vaccination card.
I had it in my pocket and it rained.
It rained. That's what you get for going outside.
You know what? It's none of your business anyway, okay? You can't force me to get vaccinated.
Whoa, whoa. No one's forcing you to get it. We're just forcing you to have it. Says here you have a trip coming up?
Yeah.